Tyler here with the CorpusFishing.com Weekend Outlook. We have been at Snoopy's Oyster Bar, or Oyster, and doing a broadcast, and I thought, well, let's do a report from out here because we're on the Laguna Madre. That you see is where you're going to see Beach to Bay runners running on Saturday morning. So remember, if you have plans, get out here either real early, like before 6, or afternoon, so you won't be bothered by the traffic. But that starts over there south of where Bob Hall Pier used to be on Saturday morning. Other things going on, we've got the Babes on the Bay in the Rockport Aransas Pass area, but they'll be fishing up here too because there are like, I don't know, up to 2,000 women anglers fishing, and they can fish just about any place as long as they get the phone in there and show their fish. And so that's going on this weekend. We talked to Nick Meyer earlier this morning. He said the beach has this brown algae on it. We know it's not red tide, but it is kind of obnoxious, and it's out to the third bar or fourth bar, so it makes fishing tough. It goes all the way down to at least a 20. It clears in the 30s down on the national seashore. And Oz was saying, yeah, there's some clear water down there, but there's a lot of seaweed washing up too. And don't forget about the turtles. You got to go slow for them. There have been 147 nests found so far, and whenever they like the rough water that we've had in the last week, that's when the turtles like to come in, so watch out for those. And as far as the Laguna Madre is concerned, Joey Farah tells us that when the water's coming in and going out like this, coming in like this, he likes to fish around the entrances to places like Packery Channel because you get that influx of Gulf water, brings all kinds of bait in here, and you can catch things like redfish, trout, black drum. They'll be on the edges. They'll fish, actually there's a lot of shrimp going down the intercoastal, so they'll be on the edge of those, and then up in the daytime hours, they'll be up in the flats. In his case, he's been fishing for trout in those sand pockets around 4 feet deep along those transition areas either down in the backyard, which is over that way past south of the power plant, or down at Baffin. He says when the tide is going out, he said it makes it tough in Baffin, but he'll go down in those areas down there because the bait will be coming through there. Places like the Land Cut have been good for trout and black drum along the edge again, because especially on a southeast wind, because of those shrimp and bait that are migrating through the Land Cut. So there's your choices for that. As far as offshore is concerned, we have the winds going to be out of the southeast and east. Another front, chance of rain coming in Saturday, so it's going to be kind of dicey. You might be able to get some fishing in the surf on Saturday, but for the last week or so, it's just been up to the dunes at high tide. Check out the islandmoon.com, and you can see the tide chart in there and plan accordingly, because the water on those high tides, even with the half a moon, still coming up almost to the dunes at time, making driving really tough. This report has been brought to you by my many fine sponsors, including Roy's Bait and Tackle. We also have the Causeway. We have got the Bait Bucket. We have got Frank over at Wind and Wave. We have got Fish Bites. We have got Miralure, and we've got Mimi and Papa's. They're in the old Laguna Reef location at the end of Laguna Shores, and they don't quite have their liquor license yet, but they changed the menu up, and they've got some great stuff on there, including ahi tuna nachos. So check those out. Again, for more information, come see us at CorpusFishing.com.